What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to break down a week in my training. I've been doing these overview videos as I lead into the Toronto Marathon coming up here in October, where I'm attempting to go sub 3 hours for the first time. I've slowly built my way from a 4-hour marathon to a 3:30 to a 3:16 to a 3:10, and now I'm attempting to go sub 3 hours for the first time. And the purpose of these videos is to show you a little bit of the insight into my training and what I'm doing as someone who's trying to accomplish the challenging goal of going sub 3 hours. So we are about 7 weeks out from the Toronto Marathon as the recording of this episode. I'm coming to you a little bit late. I was away at a cottage for the weekend relaxing, so the video's coming out a little late. But I'm going to break down last week's training. I hit 100 kilometers total on the week, and we kicked it off with a taste of fall run on the Monday. It was super cool out. It was awesome. Actually, the whole week of training was very cool and was good for performance, but started off with 14K easy. All of my base runs right now, except for my little shakeout run, usually before my long runs, are 14K. And as I go into this week of training, that is going to be bumped up to 15K. But that was the easy run to kick it off. And then we got into a fartlek run, which I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this one. This was a challenging run. This is the first time I've done longer tempo work in this marathon prep at or above race pace. So it was a nice way to get into it. Again, super cool weather, which was awesome. But the workout was 3K easy warm-up, 8K at 4:10 to 4:15 pace. Then we did 800-meter recovery, and then we did 2-mile repeats basically at 4 minutes per kilometer with 2 minutes of rest between each, and then a 3K cool down. So definitely a challenging workout. Overall, really happy with how this one went. If we look at the actual data here, so for my 8-kilometer interval, which was supposed to be at 4:10 to 4:15, which for sub 3 hour marathon, in order to accomplish that, I need to at least do like a 4:15 per kilometer average across that marathon. So I was able to hit that in this little 8K section. It was a bit of a windy day, and going out is a bit hillier. So that definitely impacted the majority of that like 8K interval was actually heading into the wind. I do feel like I probably could have gotten a little faster, but you can't control the weather. You can't control the elements. So super happy to hit 4:15 there. I do think I had 4:10 in me to be able to maintain that, but I will say it's the first time I was holding marathon pace or longer for a big stretch of time. So happy with how that felt, and then super happy with the mile repeats. I hit 3:58 per kilometer on the first one, a 4:01 on the first one, and then 3:58 on the second one. I guess it's 0.1 short of a mile, but basically a mile. So really happy to be able to have that strength in my legs after holding that race pace. To be honest, the mile repeats actually felt better than the 8K. I felt like I was like warmed up and legs were feeling good. So I'm really looking forward to diving into more of these types of runs. I think in this week's training, I have kilometer repeats, and then I have a big long run workout where I'll hold similar marathon pace efforts. So really looking forward to getting into this type of training. I think it'll be a good thing to boost my fitness heading into the race, which is coming up. After this, I did a 14K run the next day, which was like meh. My body was pretty tired. This isn't normally what I would do the next day, but I had to get in my long run. Before that, I did a little short shakeout run with the movement crew. We held a run and strength event, which was actually super fun. We went out and we did a short run, and then we followed that up with some strength training. A big thing we try to do with the movement is promote the importance of strength training and running. So this was an event that we hosted to highlight that, and we had a ton of fun doing it. It was a beautiful evening, had a good turnout. So that was actually the same day as the fartlek run. The very next day we did a 14K, the Thursday, I did my long run. So I've had to shift a lot of my long runs to Thursdays just with being away for the weekend, and making it a little easier on myself. This was mentally a very challenging run. I posted on my Instagram how I stared at my shoes for about 20. Actually, I was fully dressed in my running attire and sat in my living room for 20 minutes before I got out. I've been very, tired, beat up with training. I'm at the point of marathon prep where like I'm not really motivated. Motivation has dwindled, and I'm now just holding on to my goals and digging into those whys. And so it was a tough run to get out, but I got out and I did it and I felt good. I've been using these horses as a saving grace, to be honest. It's like I just like tell myself, I'm like, all right, I got to go out and I got to see the boys at the farm. And that's been actually really helpful for me, as silly as that might sound. But got the 25K long run in at a decent pace, 4:53 per kilometer. Legs feeling tired, but not bad. Super happy with that. The following day, hit a 14K easy run. This was a rough run, very tired, fatigued, but I did have the day off because I was taking a little bit of time off to go away to a cottage. So that was nice. I just had to worry about getting the run done. I heard this quote on the podcast, on a podcast I was listening to, and they said something along the lines as, "You're as good as you want to be." And that line really, really stuck with me. And it's actually stuck in my head since. So think about that one. You're as good as you want to be. You're in control of that. And then this was Friday. I took Saturday off because I was away. I took Sunday morning off because I was at a cottage, and I did a lot of relaxing and recovering. I think I had my longest sleep in like the last 6 months. I got like 9 hours and 20 minutes of sleep, which was incredible. There's something about being at the cottage that just makes me wind down and want to sleep and recover. So it was really well needed, but I came home from that and did a 10K to wrap up my week, and it was really, really hot, and it literally felt like a marathon out there, but we got it done, and that ended up putting about 100K on the week. So like I said, I think we're about 7 weeks out from the marathon. Yeah, 7 weeks out from the marathon, which is on October 20th. Another solid week of training. Got back up into that 100K mark. I had a good conversation with my coach about the fact that it's not all about hitting mileage, and I totally agree. Whether I'm hitting 90 versus 100K, that it matters, but not to get so caught up in the 100K mark. This week as I go into training, I'm definitely going to hit over 100K again, and this week of training coming up here is going to be a big week. So next week's review will be a fun one. But overall, I'm feeling good. I'm definitely feeling fatigued and tired, but that's to be expected at this point. And, a lot of times I question, like, how am I going to be able to finish off the next, 7 weeks of training, and more specifically the next 5 weeks where we're really ramping up before deload. And we're going to find out how it goes, but it ends up always getting there. I'm looking forward to the challenge and seeing how my body handles it. But thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoy these episodes, or if you want me to cover anything else with my training, anything, maybe nutrition, any questions you guys have, drop them in the comments of this video, and I'll answer them on these little training overviews. I've been having fun breaking this down. It'll be cool to go back and look at what my training looked like now versus when maybe I'm pursuing the next goal, whenever that may be. So I hope you guys have been taking value away from these. I'm not special. I am not an elite runner by any means. I'm not even sub-elite. I started running 4 years ago. I've had fun with it. I've progressed. And this is my journey of trying to go sub-3. And I want to just show you a little bit of insight into what the training looks like and what it looks like for me, where I know I'm not the fastest, I'm not the most fit, I'm not the most talented, but I'm willing to do the work, do the programming, and utilize every tool that I can to my advantage, whether that be training, recovery, nutrition, all that good stuff. So hope you guys are getting out there. Hope you guys are getting after it. I hope you're pushing yourselves, seeing what you're capable of. And most importantly, I hope you're digging deep. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.